How is forgiveness playing a role in your finding the love that you desire? I am Jacqueline, and I am the matchmaker for Discover Love Matches. I founded and created this agency actually out of my need to forgive somebody who hurt me. And I wanted to find a way to support people in love because love can be beautiful and multiplied, but love can hurt. Love can be brutal when it's not being nurtured and cared for. So I am about forgiveness. I have really dug deeper and deeper into the concept of forgiveness as the years have progressed. And actually, a lot of my travels over the last few years was in spending time in different places. And the one spot that really triggers my desire for forgiveness is Playa del Carmen, Mexico. It's such a beautiful, healing, nurturing, loving space. And I found that when I would get into a deep tissue massage moment and I was just relaxed, thoughts of forgiveness would come to my surface. And I always am intrigued, like what's on my mind when I am letting myself truly just be vulnerable and relax. And forgiveness is something that isn't easy. It's actually really hard. And I know I have a lot more work to do on this, but I have been consciously trying to reach out to people that I have hurt or they have hurt me, but they're good people. So it was maybe a misunderstanding, a miscommunication, a bad time in our lives, whatever it was, that lack of forgiveness is holding weight in my space and it's holding me back from trusting new people and it's holding me back from healing with that other person. And so I've been focused on forgiveness in so many ways. And I find that as I talk to people in the consultations for them to become a matchmaking client, the part that's really important is understanding where they are in their forgiveness journey. If they're still upset at their ex, if they're still spewing negativity and it's just bubbling out, to be a soft way of saying it, but it's not making them pleasant. Nobody wants to date that. Nobody wants to be around that. If you are somebody who is an unsolved business, you have a lot of details to work out with the ex, you are probably somebody who needs to get some forgiveness going. Do you have somebody who needs to forgive you, that you need to be able to say an apology and actually mean it? I think so many times we forget to actually ask for the apology or receive the apology. We just kind of go back to business as usual. But we also sometimes forget that the other person that we're waiting for an apology from might be waiting for us to reach out. We might be the person that they are upset with, and we don't even realize it. Something that has become more obvious these last few years is how much we think about ourselves and we forget to think about where the other person is coming from, what it feels like in their shoes. So, how are you on your forgiveness ratio? Do you feel like you're waiting for some people to forgive you, or do you have some people you need to forgive? Forgiveness is really for you. It's about your life, it's about your dreams, because you don't get to control how the other person receives your forgiveness or accepts your forgiveness. But you also have to realize that they don't get to choose how you respond to you forgiving them. So there's so many ways to make forgiveness something part of your healing, but you have to also be willing to realize that as much as you might be upset at them, they might be upset at you. And if you both just spend a little bit of time together, you might actually realize you both are kind of holding on to just sand that needs to slip through your fingers and needs to be let go of. So I'm curious where you are on your thoughts with forgiveness. Do you believe that you can forgive and let go? Do you forgive and forget? Do you kind of keep that nugget of, okay, I forgive you for what you did, but I'll never fall into that trap with you again? Do you hold the grudge? Do you hold the levels of disappointment? Or do you truly walk free and not hold on to anything that is holding you back? And when you forgive all the way. You start with a fresh slate. I'm so looking forward to your comments below about forgiveness because you know what? Forgiveness is healing, it is powerful, and it actually will really make a difference in your life. And I'm so thankful I have been aware more and more of how I need to work on my forgiving others. And I also need to be aware that I might need some forgiveness from other people in return too. So comment below and let me know what you think about forgiveness.